How do you pronounce these Irish names?
Niam? Niam?
Niam?
Niam?
No.
No? How do you say it?
This commenter says, so the alphabet is just a side project. Not gonna lie, this is kind of xenophobic. I don't think the commenter is necessarily a xenophobic person. I think they're just ignorant, which is especially ironic coming from an English speaker who has literally not spelled English words correctly in the very same comment. I'm gonna say a few words and I want you to pay attention and tell me what you notice they all have in common. Woody, women, boy, boot, boat, on, short, come, found. Did you figure it out? They all have the letter O, but in each one of those words, the letter O represents a different sound. English spelling is notoriously inconsistent and does not represent the way things are pronounced or the way people actually speak, especially in the modern day. Irish, however, does not suffer from that same problem. Its spellings are relatively consistent. Now, it's not perfectly phonemic. It doesn't mean one single letter always and only represents one single sound. Because like English, they are using letters that were developed for Latin to try to describe a language with very different phonetics and a completely different system that those letters were not made for. But Irish spelling is at least consistent. So if you see a letter O, it represents a specific sound, but if you see an AO, it represents a different specific sound. If you see groups of letters in specific orders, they almost always represent the same sound. That cannot be said for English, and while Irish spellings might look ridiculous to us English readers, because we're not used to reading Irish and we don't know the language, it's actually incredibly consistent, especially compared to English. It's a different language. They can spell things however they want. It doesn't need to meet your English reader expectations. If their writing doesn't make sense to you, it's because it's not for you. You have not chosen to learn their language and how they write. Meanwhile, they have developed a writing system and updated it to be much more consistent with the way the language is spoken in the modern day, especially compared to English. So really, we should be learning from them. And really quick, I just want to say, if this app is about to go away and you like my stuff, please check me out on YouTube. It's me and my friend Sean Ford. He's been in some of my TikTok videos. We're trying to release videos every week. Some of them are 20, 30 minutes long. We go into a lot more detail and greater depth than we can do here on TikTok. It's Professor Woody and Mr. Ford. Link in my bio.